Message for that night was forgiveness. Tell me why Bishop will preach of forgiveness that night. Hi guys, good morning and welcome back to my space. Yeah. I know it's been like since forever since I dropped a new year message. Yep, I took a break in January and I'm back refreshed, renewed, in sound health, well relaxed, and I give God thanks for everything. And I hope you're doing great too, because I've missed you guys as much as you've missed me. Yeah, we missed each other. So welcome back to my space and welcome back to this beautiful video. Hope you're doing well, because I am doing great. So if you're new here, do well to subscribe and make this a home, because this year 2024 this channel must get monetized. We must start earning our money for creating this content. So help your sister, help your daughter to get monetized. Tell a friend to come watch Cecila's Space videos and subscribe to her channel so that she can get monetized. Yes, I know I can count on you, because you will do that for me. So welcome to my channel, and I hope you make this a home, and I hope this content and every of my content blesses you as well. To every returning subscribers, thank you so much. Thank you for being a huge support to me. I really appreciate you. Yeah. So what is this video about? So today we'll be discussing on the power of forgiveness. Yeah, forgiveness is a very important thing in our walk in life, not just in our Christian race. Even as human beings, anything we want to do, we all need the power of forgiveness, because we are all humans. There is no perfect human being. I've not seen any. I don't know if you've seen any, but I in particular have not seen any. So we get offended from time to time. Yeah, you may be offended, and that offense may really hurt you down to your soul, to your spirit, but there is no offense that is not forgivable. Even God can forgive a murderer, somebody that kills every day. God forgives that person if the person actually comes with clean hands and a clean heart to ask for forgiveness. So how much we humans, we can also forgive our brothers and our sisters. And remember, a verse in our Lord's Prayer says, "Forgive us, O Lord, of our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us." So as we ask God for forgiveness, we should also forgive those who have sinned against us. A part in the Bible also says that if we are praying and we hold grudges against our brothers that is next to us, how do we think that prayer will be answered? So for that prayer to be answered, we should first go and meet our brothers and settle our scores before we come back to God in prayers. So God is actually big on forgiveness. God is actually big on forgiveness. So that is what I have come to discuss with you, and I'll be driving my points with this story that happened to me. Yep, that is what I'll use to drive this points that I am speaking on home, and I hope you learn one or two from it. So in my church, I belong to the Living Faith Church, also known as Winners Chapel. I think if you're new, you may not know, but those that have been on this channel will know that. So that is my church, and we normally organize 21 days prayer every January, like the first full week. We start the very first full week of January. It's a 3 weeks program. So, and that's why I've been away from this channel, to have some time with God and to seek His face and directions for the year. So this happened in 2010. Yes, my husband and I, we've been dating for some time, and we said, okay, that we've dated, at least we've known ourselves to some extent, that okay, let us start planning on how to settle down. And you know, the Yoruba culture, both families come together, they introduce each other, meet each other for the first time, and I think that's how it happens in other cultures. Then before you start planning the wedding itself. So I discussed with my husband. My husband said, okay, I should discuss with my parents, that whatever it is they say, whatever date it is they pick, that he will communicate with his own parents also, and we will prepare towards that date. So this was January 2010. It happened January 2010. I got married October 2010. So January 2010, we were on our annual 21 days prayer and fasting, as I said earlier. And I think it was the last week of the fast. It was a Thursday of that week. So I'd gone to work, I'd come back, I'd eaten, I'd refreshed. So I went to meet my mom. I think she was in the kitchen, and I told my mom that my then fiance and I would like to I'd like his family to come and meet you to do a proper introduction, that we are planning on settling down. And my mom, of course, it's her wish for all her children to get married early, because she got married quite late. Not late like that, but in those days it was late. So she didn't want that for her children, and of course she was also looking forward to that for her children. So when I told her, she didn't have any issues. She said I should go and tell my dad that whatever he says, then we'll start planning. So my dad he listens to news, and does not miss his 9 o'clock news, 10 p.m. news. He does not miss it. So I think he was listening to news that night. After the news, we all gathered for our family evening prayers. Everybody went to bed to sleep. Then I went back to meet my dad, and I told him that my fiance of then, now my husband, would like to his family would like to meet with you to plan for the introduction and to plan our wedding and all that. In fact, that day I heard things I had not heard before in my life. I would skip the details. Of course, all those details, they are not important anymore. We've done the wedding and the marriage is thriving. We are 13 years and counting. So he said so many things. I told you I won't skip the details. He said so many things that I cannot start reeling out here. Well, he said things that really, really hurt me. And I went back to my room and I cried. I cried that night. I don't even think I slept that night. I cried. I called my husband and I was crying on the phone, and I told him that this and this is what daddy said and all that. And my husband is a very, very logical person. He thinks with you in whatever it is you are going through. He is not somebody that will just brush things out, as in brush things away. He would tell you, sit down, let us discuss this. He does not look at things on the surface. He goes to the foundation, and he tells them that they want the best for us, that we should try and walk around their time. We should try and walk around their own time and all that. I said, man, I was very, very angry that night. I said, no, I don't think I can ever forgive this man for what he did, for everything he told me. I don't think I can ever forgive him and all. My husband pacified me that don't worry, that they want the best for us, that at the end we should just keep our eyes on where we are going to, that we should not allow all these little distractions affect us, affect our relationship and all that. I said, okay, I've heard you. And we called it a night. In the morning I woke up. I think I was working then. I must be at the office by 7:30. So I got up. My mom was already up, but my mom was surely make sure that she'll walk you to the bus stop where you get a bike before you start going to work. So my mom was up. I think my dad was still sleeping then. I just had my bath, dressed up and left the house. So I went to work, did my work. Then during our 21 days prayer and fasting, as I did, it was like the second 21 days prayer and fasting that we were observing since the 21 days prayer and fasting started. So we normally have videos on Friday nights. So remember, it was a Thursday that happened. So Friday was a video. So I left from work to church. And when I got to church, of course, my heart was still heavy. I was still hot. I was still everything. And I think after praise and worship, we had like a prayer session. Then the pastor, Bishop, came up to preach. And tell me why Bishop will preach on forgiveness. That was his first message for that night. During videos, we have like 3 messages, but the first message for that night was forgiveness. Tell me why Bishop will preach on forgiveness that night. Remember, that was the last Friday before the end of the fast. So we've had 2 videos before that very video. But tell me why you get to church that night and the very first message Bishop was going to preach on was on forgiveness. Who told you that God is not mindful or intentional about you? So Bishop talked on forgiveness. When he even started the message, I fall for blanked out that no, not this night, not this night, Papa, not this night. And I guess to the Spirit of the Lord, I calmed down, I listened to the message. Then we are given like 15 minutes to ask God for forgiveness. That there are people here that are hot and you've been going through this fast, you've been praying to God for some things. But if you are hot towards somebody, that God is not going to answer that prayer. My dear brother and sister, that's how I was broken. I think I cried that night and I asked God for forgiveness, that God should forgive me. God should soften the heart of my father, and God should forgive me. I've forgiven my dad. Whatever it is he has said, I've forgiven him. And I don't know why I want to get emotional saying it, but that was it. I just asked God for forgiveness. I've forgiven my dad. I asked God to help me forgive my dad. I forgave him, and that was how we shall continued with the service, and that was how everything shall went. And now the rest is history. We got married October 2010, and it was a very, very glorious day, one of the best days of my life. I will not forget. And here I am today, just saying I should share this with you. I don't know who this message may be for. I don't know what it is you're going through. I don't know what grudges it is you're holding with somebody. But I just want to tell you that God is very, very intentional about you. God sees you. God knows you. God has a plan for you. Remember I said in his word that before he formed you in his womb, he knew you. So even before you attain this stage of your life, God knew you. God knows every activity that is going to happen, those that have happened, those that have happened, and those that are still going to happen. So my charge to you is today is that if you are holding somebody in your heart and you have vowed never to forgive the person right now, because that is why you came to watch this video. If I could forgive my father for everything he told me, I don't think if I go into details tell you everything he told me, you will not even say I should forgive the man. But we are all humans, as I said. We hurt each other from time to time, but we should all learn to forgive, because to err is human and to forgive is divine. God that can forgive. Even Jesus, when he was about to be crucified on the cross, when they had already nailed him, he was about to die, the thief on his right hand asked him for forgiveness. A thief on his right hand asked him for forgiveness, and Jesus told him that today you meet with me in paradise. So even if a thief that was on the right hand of God could have been forgiven, how much more you, who somebody has hurt, and you always come to God, you hurt God, you come to him for forgiveness and he forgives you. So why are you holding that person in your heart? So my charge to you today is to forgive that person, let go, and you see how things fall in place for you, and God will help you to do that. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, or if you have things you want to share with me in the comment section, you're free. Let me learn from you too, let me read from you too, and I'll sure see you in my next. Keep on being you. God bless you. God keep you. God cause his face to shine upon you, and I'll surely see you in my next. Bye.